that if you think about, taking a vehicle on the road, do you really want to sleep in lay-bys? Do you really want to, end up going to truck stops and so on and so forth? You have to remember only 1% of HGV drivers are women. And I think that, one of the things that we've been trying to champion is really improve the diversity inclusivity. And part of that is actually improving, if you like, the environment, the work and everything else that people are having to do. And I think if we get that right, it'll become far more an attractive profession. So, multiple things have hit this. IR35, for example, the tax changes have taken place. Pandemic drivers, of course, have gone home. Brexit, I'll be quite honest, I think it is a small part of it, because what we've got is massive shortages in Europe as well. So Poland, 123,000 drivers short. We've got Germany, which is up to 60,000 drivers short. France, 43,000 drivers short. And in the USA at the moment, we're seeing 20 to 30% wage increases, and they've got a shortfall of around 80,000. So this is not just a UK phenomena. This is something which is a global challenge. And what we've got to do is to educate and raise the skills of those people in our country to be able to actually, drive these vehicles, because it is quite a skilled job.
I mean, the bit about the EU, I'm glad you said that, because that's my view as well. But you're a professor and an expert. I'm just a hack. But I did find, therefore, the debate. I mean, there seems to be a debate if you just look at the front pages, because Grant Shapps 36 hours ago was saying we will not lift the restrictions to let more EU qualified drivers come in, because that was partly what Brexit was about. It was about stand on your own 2 feet, train up enough drivers. We will create our own industry to fill the gaps that are created by people going back to Bulgaria and the rest of it. But it's one of those crises, isn't it? And you're the logistics expert. We need a solution right here, right now, so Boris Johnson might be right, but we also need a long-term solution. So give me your 3 tips for the long-term solution. You've talked about decent loos, you've talked about training, but what's the kind of strategy so that this doesn't happen again in 6-12 months' time?
I think one of the key things is going to be, if you like, creating apprenticeships, for example, in this area. Also think about getting younger drivers in and training them. What you've got to remember with younger drivers is insurance costs are very, very high, and they actually need the support of organisations to actually take them in and train them up. We've been addicted, if you like, to low-cost labour within this sort of profession for some time now, and we've got to move away from that and start really upskilling people and working with this. So I think really my key tips are going to be make sure we start actually developing some, really good infrastructure around the roads so that, there is a really good, quality of life and work-life balance for those who are driving. Make sure we start training people up through apprenticeship schemes and things like that. And also, what I would say is just actually get the word out there that this is actually a great career for people to actually engage with. You can have a really good career doing this, and it's quite an exciting career as well.